Good day, awesome YouTubers. It's LollyMan16 here once again for another RuneScape NXT guide and tutorial for low-level money making, and this one is going to be on pretty much the feathers and making headless arrows. And this one is very simple. It works. I've tried it very recently, and it's a very popular one too. But overall, it still works great for low-level money making. Only requirements here are basically one fletching, and you can even do this as a free-to-play. You don't even have to be a member. What's going to happen is you will get fletching, you will do the fletching, but you will not get any fletching experience, which kind of sucks. But then you're free to play, but I guess that's how it is. Overall, it's a very good money-making method, and I'm going to show you the steps how to do it. You're going to have to need some starting cash. I'd recommend like 30k, so I'm just gonna go and just go over here and collect some cash here. 30k, that's good enough. 30k is all we need. And there are basically two locations where you can collect feathers because you're going to need feathers. And there are two locations where you can do this very cheaply. First is in Lumbridge, and the other one is in Port Sarim. Um, there's a good note here. I'm just gonna go to a teleport. A good thing to note here is Al-Kharid used to have another place where you can buy more feathers, but that is now not the case. Shanty and the Shanty Pass, he does not sell any more things, so that's kind of a shame. So all we need here is we're gonna need arrow shafts. So I'm just gonna buy some arrow shafts. Okay, and we're gonna need 2,000 of these. So as you can see, it's 12,000 GP, 12k. It's gonna up a little bit just to buy it instantly. 4k. Okay, so it does buy instantly. Now to collect the feathers, we're gonna go to Lumbridge. So I'm just gonna teleport to Lumbridge here. And another good thing to note here is the the arrow count, the feather count, and the shaft count doesn't really per se count. Is what I'm saying. So what I mean by this is the it doesn't add up. Okay, if you have 2,000 arrow shafts and you buy 2,000 feathers, I don't believe it adds up correctly. So you might have to buy a couple more feathers. But anyway, so we're in Lumbridge here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to travel north and east a little bit here, and we're just going to go here. As you can see, is the market. We're going to go a little bit east and to this place right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to have to buy some feathers from this guy right here. And his name is Hank. I want to trade Hank. And we're going to buy feathers. And now, I just collected feathers yesterday, so they didn't all spawn. Usually there's 1,000 feathers, but they haven't spawned all. So I'm just going to buy all. And very cheap. It's about 4k for the whole thing. 4,000 GP. And the second place we're going to go to is going to Port Sarim, and it's fairly straightforward in Port Sarim too. All you got to do is just travel there and go um, travel slightly to another market buying place, whatever you want to call it, and buy some more feathers. So let's do that. So we want to go to this shop right here, and we're going to want to trade Garant, this guy named Garant right here, and again buy all feathers, and it's going to be 4,206 GP. Again, pretty good price. At this point, what we want to do is going to just you can either click on the feather and then use feather on the arrow shaft, or you know do the other method is just click on the arrow shaft. It's really simple, and just add feather. And as you see, it's fletching right now, 4 out of 10. I believe for every fletch, it's about 100 that you fletch 150 headless arrows. So you just want to keep doing this until you completely go out. So I'm going to do that here. Another thing to note is the headless arrows are currently selling for 66 GP, so you're making a very good profit by doing this. Overall, if it costed about for 2,000 arrow shafts and feathers, it's going to cost, yeah, I have 9k left. It's going to cost on roughly about, depending on what you're going to do here, like 10 to 20k, depends on how much you buy, but we're going to make very a lot of profit. So we're just going to add more feathers here. And yeah, it's a pretty simple method. All you got to do is keep fletching, add feathers onto the arrow shafts to make these arrows. And as you can see, we're down to 1,300 arrow shafts and 700 feathers. So you just want to keep doing this until you come completely out. And of course, these numbers will change. It depends on how the market is currently. And another thing here is I'm doing this on NXT client, and I gotta say the graphics and performance of skills very quick. That's a very good thing. As you can see, there's almost like no lag on this whatsoever. Whereas RuneScape 3, it had a lot of lag. I had a little bit of trouble loading the NXT client this morning, so I couldn't make this video. But now it's up, and you can see we're almost down to the end here. So I'm just going to keep doing this until we make all Headless arrows. And we have a little bit more left, so I'm just going to add feather and do the rest of these all we can here. Okay, and obviously the count wasn't really correct because I only had 1,400 feathers and I have 600 left, so I'm just going to have to buy feathers from an exchange. So now what we want to do is want to do a price check here. So again, we remember we started off with 30k, and we're just going to do a price check. And boom, 90k. That's a good 60k profit. And it only took me, what, like 10 minutes at the most. I mean, it's very quick. The bad thing is, it takes a long time for the feathers to respawn in these shops. So it will still make you profit if you buy all the feathers from the Grand Exchange. But I prefer to just do them from the shop, waiting for a couple hours, than doing to the shops because it's much cheaper and you make more profit. I believe if you use the Grand Exchange method, you only make like 20k profit total. So yeah, it's not the best. Obviously, there's way better money making methods like you can do high alking or ashes, all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of them out there, and go check out my other videos. I do tutorials on those too. The one I recommend the most for you guys for low levels on free to play, I heavily recommend doing the Wine of Zamorax. Currently, they're selling for 7,700 or 7.7k each, so that's a very good profit. Just two inventories, that's almost 500k. So yeah, it's a lot. That you can make that in like an hour. You can make 500k an hour by doing that. But so we're back on the Grand Exchange, and I'm just going to sell these now. Oh, actually, I might do this. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. Just going to buy the remaining feathers here, and we're going to buy what 600. Okay, that's 20k, 29k actually. Oh, I guess I don't have the correct funds, so I'll go back, and I'm just going to do 30 more k here. Okay, now I'll do 600, not 600. Again, 51, and these sell for 66. So it's a 10 profit for every fed for every This arrow, 10 profit. So again, add the feathers, do the same thing over and over again until you reach the end. So I'm just going to do that. Just keep adding these feathers here. Almost there, guys. Just bear with me for a minute. I could do I could just pause this and talk to you guys when I'm finished, but that would kind of mess up the hypercam. I'm using hypercam to record this, so it's kind of going. I think it's going to mess it up. I'm not sure how it worked out, but I want to try this first. Comment down below on what you think. Should I just pause the video until I'm completely all done with this and then show you guys what I got, or whatever you guys think. Okay, so we're gonna sell it all now, and we made a total profit. Look at that. It was like six. How much did we spend? Like 60K, and we made totally made 132. So it's about 90K profit in less than 10 minutes or so. Again, very good. I'm just gonna do this. 52. Sell it all, and it sold instantly. Boom, 140K. Up, up. I'm going somewhere. Okay, guys. So that's pretty much all for this tutorial. Very simple. Again, there's just a summary. There's two methods of doing this. You can either buy the feathers, all feathers from the gun exchange, and make a little bit, make less profit, or you can just wait for like 4 hours until they all spawn back in the shops. Buy 1,000 of each. Whatever you want to do, add feathers to the arrow shafts and make headless arrows. So that's it, guys, for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Stay awesome, guys, and have a good one.